Ask yourself this question, because I like to flip that coin in my head all the time. And that's how you can tell when somebody telling the truth and when they're not. So let's do it. All right. Here we go. If she was J-Lo, Beyonce type body, or Beyonce, we talking about the type of body. If she was J-Lo, Halle Berry, or Mariah Carey, right? Beautiful, bad women, body-wise, right? Do you think if she was any of those things that he would hesitate to marry her? He would have married her in a heartbeat. He's sleeping with her. He would have wanted to marry. He would have wanted a relationship with her, because physically that's the type he want, right? There would be no delays in that, because men know what they want and what they don't want. But our goal is not marriage, ladies, which means we can sleep with a bunch of women and spend a bunch of time with a bunch of women. That ain't bad. That's what we do. That's our goal, to sleep with you. If we want to hang out with you, that's because we like being around you. But our goals are not the same. She's met an established man who has his shit together, and she wants marriage. He's having fun. He likes her, but he don't like her to date her, and he don't like her to marry her. And there's nothing wrong with that, because we all will do that. I've had relationships with plenty of women, even had babies, that I didn't want to marry them. When we get with you, ladies, we're not thinking about marriage. When we get with you, we're thinking about sleeping with you. If you treat us good, then we like, man, I can have a relationship with her. Hold on. Hold that thought. All right. Our goal is not marriage. When we get with you, we're physically attracted to you. So let me try to explain it better, so you ladies can understand in TV land, so y'all can get it. Here we go. Say you get a woman and she got a BBL. All right. You meet a woman and she got a BBL. She's beautiful. You got a beautiful face. She got a nice soft voice. She's a sweetheart. But we would never marry a woman with a BBL. But she's beautiful. If we gonna put our time and energy into dealing with her and she likes us, we're gonna sleep with her. That's first. We're going to sleep with her. Why would we give our time and invest our time, energy, and money? Because it's gonna cost money to put in your car, to go travel over to see her. It's gonna cost money when you go take her out to eat. It's gonna take your time. So why would we give you those things, ladies, if we're not gonna sleep with you? You taking our money. You taking our resources, our life force. Our money is our life force, because we done gave our life force, and it's been measured in dollars, and we got these dollars and we spending it on you. So you taking our life force and our time from us, and we ain't getting nothing out of the deal. Why would we take you on a date and spend time with you and pay for you, and you sleeping with Derek over there, Big D? Or you sleeping with Tom? Why would we pay for you and give you our time when you sleeping with that guy over there? That's his job, not our job. If you sleeping with that nigga, he need to give you. If you sleeping with that man, he need to give you the money. He need to be taking you out. What you ladies will do is say, well, I'm gonna sleep with him, but he don't want me like that. He won't be serious with me. So I like sleeping with him because I like what he's doing, because you're emotionally attached. And then you want to go meet the other guy, and you meet the other guy because you're supposed to be dealing with that guy, but he don't want to take you serious, and that's a choice you made, and you already dealing with him. And now you over here looking at this guy over here that got his shit together, and he look good, and you want to talk to him. And he like you, so now you want to get him to take you out. Since he didn't take you out over there, I'm going to get him to take me out. He got it. That other nigga got it too. You mean you sleep with a nigga that's broke, that don't got it? That just make you look even worse, that you make bad choices and bad decisions, and you don't know how to pick men. If the man has clothes and shoes on and he's neat and clean, he could take you out too. It might not be the big 5-star restaurants all the time, but he could take you out too. You ladies are picking men that just don't want nothing serious with y'all. You're their playthings. We'll sleep with you, but won't date you, won't take you serious, won't marry you. Now, to the men's defense, I want to say this. A lot of y'all ladies are not marriage material women. And the men don't know that in the beginning, because if you don't display it and you're hiding everything and not being honest, which most of you are, you're deceptive. You keep a lot of secrets instead of saying it up front. So you are also partially to blame for your dead end road, or when it goes bad 2-3 months down the road, when he finds out that you still seeing your baby daddy, or that you got these kids, or that you can't cook, or that you ain't putting in on your relationship, or that you ain't got a car, he got to come pick you up, or that you staying in the house and roommating with a guy you used to sleep with that you calling your friend. Listen, whatever your case is, most of y'all, this is the shit y'all say. Or you still married, but you separated, but you saying you wasn't married, and now you finding out you is, and you dealing with your husband. Or you got 4 baby daddies or 3 baby daddies. Listen, ladies, whatever the case may be, when we find those things out, it changes everything for us. We literally withdraw, or we just like, I like sleeping with her, she cool, but I ain't never gonna marry her and I'm not gonna date her. I like sleeping with her, but I ain't gonna date her. All right? Because now he already sleeping with you. He done found out about this shit, but he like sleeping with you and you like him. Here's what's going on in y'all head that I found. You guys are saying, I'm going to change his mind. I'm going to suck him and blow him so good and treat him so good, I'm going to change his mind. There's nothing wrong with that mindset, but are you treating him good? Because you should treat everybody good, whether you marrying him or you not. You sleeping with him. You're practicing for your husband even though your husband ain't there. That's called preparing. You're going to get that opportunity. It just, that might not be your guy. He has a preference. He being straight. You should have been straight. Now both of y'all on the page. You see that he ain't finna give you a relationship. You have 2 choices. You can stay and keep trying to persuade him, which is not going to happen. Because what I'm trying to get you ladies to understand is we don't grow to love you. That's y'all thing. We know up front if you the type we like or we don't. I'm going to say this again in a different way so you ladies can understand us a little bit better. There's nothing to me. This is what we should have been doing, is having real conversations and telling the truth. So I'm going to do something that a lot of the men just don't take the time to do. Some of them don't want to do it. They're like, man, I don't even care. She ain't my type. I'm just going to keep hitting it. And I've heard men say that. Why waste the time? She ain't going to listen anyway. So let me just say this. I'm a hips and booty guy. I'm going to use me as an example so it can be a little more realistic, all right? Because I put me in everything, looking at it from all angles of how the different minds of people are looking at it. Because all us are the same, and men, we're all the same no matter what color we are once we get past the physical preferences about what we want from you. Because men don't have this big drawn out list like y'all do. We're simple creatures. We like peace. We know what we want. We know how we want to be treated. Ladies, when you meet a man that's in good physical shape or got money, and he looks nice, or he takes care of himself, or he has money and he's had long relationships, let me tell you what you just heard when he say that. You're meeting a man who gets treated like a king everywhere he goes. If you ain't being told, I'm going to tell you, because you guys don't seem to get it. You're meeting a man who's had plenty of relationships, just like you want one with him. The women before you wanted one with him too. The same thing you looking at and you see, those women saw. And if he gave them a relationship, it's because they treated him the way he wanted to be treated to a big degree. Now, because a man ain't going to be with no woman, especially a man that takes care of himself and got shit going. Ain't no man going to be with no woman that's mistreating him and talking down to him. And that's the yes guy, the beta male, the below average guy, or the average guy trying to get a woman that's above his shit and won't just cut off and go on about his business. But any real man is not going to sit there and be with a woman that is not giving him what he wants. So that means her attitude is pretty good. Has to be good for us to stay with you and get in a relationship with you. Again, When we decide to get in a relationship with you, your attitude is a big factor. Your physical appearance is another big factor. Us sleeping with you a lot is another big factor. And your catering skills to us is another big factor. Now, let's say you do all that and that's good, but you really not feminine, you masculine. And you got some really man-like ways. You gonna dress how you want. You gonna go where you want. With your friends when you want. You good enough to sleep with in a date and hang out with, but you're not good enough for us to marry. We won't want nobody like that representing us in a marriage. That's what that means, ladies. I gotta make you understand it. So let's go back to me and let me show you something. I'm a hips and booty guy. Okay. I don't care much about the hair as long as you take care of it, keep it neat. So it could be weave. You can have little titties, but if you got the hips and the booty I like, and I'll date you. I have a serious relationship with you. But I gotta have it all the time. I gotta be able to do what I want with you as much as I want. And I aim to please, so you gonna like it and want to do it with me as much as well. But if you don't have the titties or not, it won't bother me. I would never say, oh man, you gotta go get those titties. Oh man, you ain't got them titties. I can't. If your hips and booty is right, and I like it, and your body is in decent, pretty good shape, but you just don't got the titties, I'm okay with that. I can still marry you or even have a relationship with you with that, right? Let's say you got okay hips and booty, but you're not in the greatest of shape. I can have a relationship with you, but I ain't gonna marry you. We can date, we can sleep together, but I'm not gonna marry you. That is something it gotta be nice, like I like it. And I ain't saying that you gotta go in the gym, but if you gotta go in the gym and get it, hey, I had to go in there to get what I got. We have to build what we want. Men have to build who they are. Everything a man is, he had to build it. You ladies inherit your shit. We have to build ours. It's a difference. Now, let me say this. Let's say you don't have the hips and booty. You have titties. And you're a very pretty woman. And you're super sweet. But you're masculine. And you don't have no hips and booty. You like a boy. You just straight. I would never marry you. I could talk to you. I could hang out with you. I could probably even date you if you're serious. But I could not ever marry you, because the things that I'm really attracted to and that I really like to grab and squeeze and it makes me want to be with you, you don't got it. And this is all men. They all have their little pet peeves and things they want and like. And if you don't got those things, we're not going to marry you. Some of us won't even date you. Some of the men are very strict. And I found that men that go, when it come to men that have a lot of money, the $100,000 and up guy, the $80,000 a year guy, millionaire guy, you got to be the full package for those guys, ladies. And I'm just going to be real cut and dry with you. Those men get their pick of the litter. They get the most baddest chicks everywhere they go. When you want that guy, you're competing with all the women that want that same guy. And if he always gets 8, 9s, and 10s, he'll never settle for a 5 or a 6. Even if there was a 7 and we could use it, he wouldn't settle for it. He would never settle for 3s and 4s. He just won't. He ain't gonna even settle for it. If he always get 8, 9s, and 10s, and this is his lifestyle, and he been living this for years, he won't even look at an average woman. He won't. He might. The only way you could get with a guy like that is if y'all was in the store, or he ran across you and y'all got into a conversation and you intrigued him in some kind of way with the way you thought and you looked and the way your mind worked. He might be interested in talking to you because he see you got a brain. And then he'll start looking at you in a physical way, trying to see if he could see things about you that make him want to sleep with you. But we don't get turned on and want to sleep with you just because you got a degree or you got a good job. That don't mean shit to us. That means something to y'all. Because y'all looking for men to be established, to be successful already. In that case, the degrees and the things material wise he has and the achievements in life that he's achieved will be a big deal to you. But on the other side of that coin, where you got that same stuff, he's sharing his shit with you. We share our shit with y'all. We've been doing this since a kid. When we dated, we had to take her to the movies. We had to get her some candy. We had to buy her some flowers. We're sharing our shit with you, but you don't do that for us. So if I can't have some of what you got, then I don't even acknowledge what you got. This is all men. If I cannot use your car and we only can use my cars, then we don't even look at your car. I will not even acknowledge your car, because your car really don't matter in my world if all we're using are my cars and we're never using yours. So why would we care that you have a car when you're not going to use your car for anything but what you want to do? You understand? So if a man is sharing his money with above average man, because he's above average financially, and he's sharing his money and his wealth and his things, his things matter in y'all's situation. Because without him doing those things, y'all would never be able to do anything. So he is funding this whole operation. He's investing the lion's share, the majority. He's going to take the biggest loss if things go wrong, because he's using all his shit. And you're just sitting there preserving yours, trying to protect yourself. Don't want to help that guy. Oh, I want him to do it all. When a person does it all, it never lasts. And let me tell you something about when a man does it all. He don't need you. If another woman comes in and she said, let me tell you how our minds work. Say another woman comes in and we're dating. You dating a man. And that you don't offer him nothing. You don't use your car. You don't use your money. You want to be him doing everything. He taking you out. Y'all in his cars. He taking you with his money everywhere. You broke to him. Let me tell you, you're broke to him. If another woman comes in and she works at the grocery store, she's a bad girl. She's a waitress. She's selling flowers at a flower shop. Let me show you how serious this is. She ain't got no degrees, but she look good. She got a fat booty. She pretty and she's feminine. And she's family oriented and look good. You look good, but you got the degrees and all this stuff, but you ain't contributing nothing. Let me show you how quickly we make decisions. And all men would agree with what I'm saying. The other lady look good. The other lady is feminine. She caters to her man. And she's willing to put in and buy some food or take him to a restaurant. She's offering and willing to do that. She's willing to use her little car, even though it ain't much. See, because what you black ladies like to do is put yourselves in a higher bracket and look down on people when you got a Mercedes or a nice car. But as men, we don't do that. The majority of us. If she wants to use, let's say you got a Benz, ladies, your degrees are there. You look pretty good. Your degrees are there. You got a nice Mercedes or a BMW. You live you got a pretty good car. You making payments. Well, I'm making payments on your shit, but we ain't using your shit. We using my shit. Or I'm helping you with your bills, or I'm taking you out on trips, or I'm taking you to restaurants. It really don't matter. The money in the relationship, the driving in the relationship, all the stuff that makes the relationship work is coming from me, from the man. Then what does he need you for if everything he's doing? He can go get another woman and his life will go the same way because he's the one that's doing it all. He's funding everything. He's doing the driving. So he keeps the relationships going, not you, right? You ain't want to do nothing. This is what happens when you don't do nothing. So now that lady that works at the flower shop at the grocery store, she's a waitress. She look good. She got a fat booty. She look good. She's feminine. And she got a little Toyota. Or a little Honda. You looking down on her when you see her, right? He sees her and she's offering to take her car and she wants to drive. He's shocked because he done spent so many years with you or so much time with you and you don't do shit. He's shocked to hear her say, no, we're going to use my car. Or I came to pick you up. Or I brought you my home cooked meal. Or I went to this restaurant that you like, that you told me you like, and I got you the meal you like. And she brings it to him. The minute she starts doing those things on her own, and he didn't ask her for it, you just got canceled. You just got your contract canceled. You just like that. We don't even care about you. We ready to ready to kick you to the curb. She just got all the cool points. Just like that. And then she say, well, you know what? I want you to save money. I'm cool with cooking you food. I want to give you a massage. I want to give you a back rub. You know, I want to, just be with you. We ain't got to go spend no money. You're done. You're fired. We ain't even looking your way. Like, we looking like, damn, bro. This is what I need. And she bad. And she's sleeping with him. And she is submissive and listening to him because she's a feminine woman and you're a masculine woman. You your own boss. You're going to do what you want to do. Well, that comes with a price. You don't chip in. You don't put in. You don't do nothing. Everything is being funded in your relationship you having by that man. What does he need you for? So just like that, he'll leave and go to her, right? And you'll say, you don't miss me? And the man will be like, damn, I wasn't even thinking about her. All she did was bring me her problems. All I did was take care of her. She didn't do shit for me. That's the way we're going to view it, because that's the reality of the situation. The reality is what's really happening in that situation. What really took place. Not what you wanted in your head to take place. Not what you were going to do later. What was actually going on that this person had to deal with from you. That's what is happening, right? So, in your world, you were feeling good because he was doing everything and you got to save your money and do what you want and dress how you want. And you wasn't submissive. You wasn't listening to him. In his world, damn, this chick ain't never gonna learn, bro. She won't listen to nothing I tell her. Her head's hard as a rock. She won't do nothing. She not submissive. She's super masculine. She's just not a good girl for me. This is why I would never marry her. Then the woman, God sends that woman. And God arranges the meeting. How's it gonna go? Gonna be up to you and that person. He not gonna do it for you, and he not gonna do it for them. He arranges the meeting. In other words, you're guaranteed an interview. You're not guaranteed the job. What we as people are supposed to do is prepare for what we want by having the faith and believing in what we're asking God for, that he gonna give it to us. So we're supposed to prepare for it. When Michael Jordan walked onto that NBA team, he'd been preparing for it all through his life. Missing parties, not hanging out with all the rest of the fellas, staying and practicing while everybody partying. He was preparing for it. He knew it was coming. He wanted to be ready when it got there. Michael Jackson, we can do it. I can go down the line. Same thing. He practiced and he practiced and he practiced. When his opportunity came and he got to perform in front of that one person that changed his life, it was a walk in the park, because he'd been doing and practicing it all the time. While his little friends was out playing and doing their shit, he was a kid that was practicing on his craft. As ladies, you're supposed to be practicing on becoming a wife. Supposed to already be a wife when you get to the man. So what the Bible say? When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. Not all women are wives. That's what it's telling you. It's saying when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing, but not all women are wise. So the wife carries herself like a wife, dresses like a wife, acts like a wife, thinks like a wife. That's how she becomes a wife. Treats the man like a wife would. That's how she becomes the wife. You want to flip it? Poor people who think rich and think like rich people do and invest their money like rich people do and want to be rich, they become rich. If they think poor, they stay poor. They have to come out of their thinking. So the mind is first and the body follows. The body follows the mind. It's always worked that way. It will always go that way. That's the reality. So, ladies, I hope you understand where I'm coming from, because the reality of this situation is y'all really just don't understand us as men. And this is how we make decisions. And this is how fast we will make the decision. All men can tell you what I just said is true. If you don't put nothing in on your relationship and that man does everything, it will never last. God won't allow it to last, because he going to wake that person up. They're going to see you for who you are, and they're going to leave you. And he going to, for all the suffering, he going to send them an interview with their dream chick, the one that they supposed to marry. And that's who going to get married. This lady did not want to make no changes in her life. She said something I didn't want to do, but you want a husband and you want that husband. Well, guess what? Most men don't want big women. Now, how he looking at it is like this. She already thick. I can sleep with her, but she ain't in the physical shape that I want to date her. So physically, she don't meet his requirements. But she's cute. She's pretty. She's sexy in how she puts herself together. He get aroused from looking at her, meaning he's sexually attracted to her. So he can sleep with her. But that don't mean he want to marry her. So to the lady, that said, why is he messing with her and he don't want to marry her? Marriage is not our goal. As men, we are not thinking about marriage. That's y'all goal. Y'all want y'all sex to mean something. To us, we can sleep with you and we're physically attracted to you, which is pretty much what the guy on the other end with the dread said. But the women are not trying to hear that. They have selective hearing. They select the shit they want to listen to and ignore the shit that's being said that they don't. And that's how you miss the whole point of the story. What did the Bible say? Many will look with their eyes and not see, listen with their ears and not hear. And because of that, with the heart, they'll never get the sense of what's going on. You will never really understand what you're looking at and what you're hearing, because you don't want to listen to it all. Because you don't want to hear both sides. God listens to it all. When he judges, he goes through everything with you. That's what judgment has to be. He can't select certain things. He gonna judge you, and when it's involved the whole story, he got to go through the whole thing with you and then point it all out and look at it from all angles. A lot of people bring religion and God into it, and God ain't got nothing to do with this. God doesn't interfere with free will, which means he has nothing to do with what you want to do as a person and what you decide to do that you're going to act on. And he ain't got nothing to do with the reaction that person's going to do, because they're reacting on it. That's their free will. If he was to interfere with this, he'd be interfering with their free will. God don't make you do anything, and neither does the devil. We make those decisions. So it's the devil inside of us that we're feeding, and we want to do something bad. It's the devil inside of us. It ain't no devil making us do shit. We made the decision, and then our bodies acted on it because we thought it, and then we did it. That's how your body works. When you move, you think it first. When you blink, you think it first. When you swallow, you think it first, because you can't do it if the brain won't allow the body to them body parts to move. So your brain controls your entire body. That's why if you get hit hard and you about to do something, you'll just drop. All your motor functions will shut down in the middle of your movement. You'll just drop, break your leg, break an arm falling on it, because all your brain just got rattled and scrambled, and it's going to have to reboot like a computer. All right. So that's my thing about what she's saying. It was a lot of shit, but this is a big deal and a big conversation. But these people on the panel, to me, just missed it. And then there's one more part I want to address, and then that's it. Let's get to it.
Her in the first place. I have the power of choice. There are a million women in here who are smaller, bigger, no ass, BBL and everything else. I can choose that which is conducive for me. I don't have to pour into her or project onto her some trauma that I'm dealing with to say, look, I need you to sign a contract to be a certain size. Go get that bitch who's the size you want.
Let me get to see it real quick.
But I really want to, I want to help you a little bit to understand, because there's something very deep that's happening here. And when you talk about the mindset of a man, right, and this is in your relationship with him, you never want to be with a man that his big things, his big ticket items are so fickle, okay? And this is not, you can't get the woman you want being attracted to, but I'm telling you that you will see that pop up in your relationship in so many other ways, to the point that this man will make you sign a contract. That means that anything that can vary, he will make a big deal out of it. Whether it's your hair, whether it's your attitude, whether it's your mood, whether it's your weight, whether it's all the, you never want to be with a man who those small things will sway him like that, right? You want stability. You want somebody that's sturdy. You want a backbone. You want somebody, he about you the shit, but then he get in.
Look, hell no. Y'all want a Superman to deal with all y'all shit and let y'all slide on everything you don't want to be held accountable for that you're doing wrong. Okay? And you want him to be this strong man when you need him to be, and then be the sensitive guy when you need him to be, and then be the savage when you need him to be. Y'all looking for fools, flunkies, robots. I guess now I kind of see why a lot of y'all have animals, because that's something you could control. No, life don't work that way, sisters. I'm sorry, but it don't. Y'all do the same thing to the men. If that man don't have this or have that, you got a problem with it. If he don't want to do this and he don't want to do that, you got a problem with it. If he sitting around playing games and he ain't in the club, you got a problem with it. If he out in the streets, you got a problem with it. If he spending too much time cleaning his cars or doing this stuff, you got a problem with it. If he working too much, listen. If he working too much, you got a problem with it. America's the only place I know that the women will cheat on you for working too much. And they will also cheat on you if you don't work. They will cheat on you if you not around. Even if you working all the time and you keeping all the lights on and everything going, they'll cheat on you because you ain't there. Oh, I need you to be here. They want everything, and it's not possible to have it all. Nobody can have it all, ladies. And y'all are just not wife material women. Y'all can't even deal with reality right in front of you. She getting drugged because she put herself in that situation to get drugged, because she pushing marriage and forcing marriage on somebody that don't want to marry her. She's pushing marriage to him. He ain't pushing it to her. He's sleeping with her. He's doing what a man would do. He likes her. So he ain't just hit it and quit it. Because then if he'd have beat it down and left her, y'all would be talking shit about him that way. But he being with her and keep sleeping with her and seeing her. And now it's a problem because he's doing it and he ain't giving her more of what she want. She want marriage from him. And he don't want to marry her. She not wife material for that man. She's not meant for him. Because that man got his shit together on another level and she's not on that level. And she wants that from him, and he's basically telling her, you need to get in shape. And what did she say out of her mouth from the beginning? Doing things that I don't want to do. Then you don't want to get married. Not to him. And let me just say something to you. The fact that you in your 40s and you ain't got no man, a lot of other men are not offering you marriage either. So as you get older and your looks keep continuing to fade, you're not going to get better. You're going to get worse physically. And a man is a physical creature, ladies. He's a physical creature. We like what we see. You guys like what you hear. Man tell you all the shit you want to hear. Boom, you sleep with him. Oh, he got this. I saw that. He told me about this. He do this. He do that. Boom, you sleep with him. It ain't got nothing to do with how he gonna treat you. You just hearing words and you sleep with him. You look at him, oh man, he got this good job. You sleep with him. He could be up to his neck in debt. He can have child support on 4 kids and he's struggling. It don't mean shit. What a person make don't have nothing to do with what they do with their money. It don't matter how much you make. It matters what you do with what you make. How you spend the money, how you invest the money, the stuff you have to show for the money. If you work on the job making all this money and have basic shit, then you bad with your money. You ain't got nothing saved. You ain't got no assets. You got regular shit you could have went to any job and bought. You drive a regular car. You live in a regular place, but you make all this money. You bad with money. If you ain't got nothing saved, you bad with money. You bad with money. She was not what he wanted. But I want to kind of go to the end of this because I done been on this a minute. It's a lot. I could go on all day on this shit. So I want to get to the end of it where the lady is talking about and the man talking about the dream part. And I want to get to that part of it because the reality here is that no, that's not the case. Everybody talking about, then this nigga with the dreads said, people don't know how to interpret dreams. Did you ask God about the dream? And when you ask God about the dream, when you ask God about this man, and when you ask God about this man, what did he say? I had a dream he was driving me to the cemetery. That's her negative mindset. Because she don't really want to do the shit he asking her to do. And because she's worried in her life and she's panicking. That's her negative mindset. God ain't said nothing to her, no dream about this man taking her to no cemetery. That's her not wanting to go and get in the gym and get on that treadmill and lose that fucking weight. That's her not wanting to give up the snacks and her lifestyle for the man she want. She don't want to do the work. So that's her being negative about it. And her negative mind putting shit in her head because she looking for somebody to tell her something instead of doing the damn work. Ain't nobody telling her about sliding on the knob and sliding down this pole for all the months, and she keep going back to him. She keep doing that. Ain't nobody telling her that. Well, God ain't in it when she doing that. She doing that. So now we gonna excuse her from her bad behavior, right? And we gonna bring God into it because she had a bad dream. Fuck her in her dream. That's what I got to say, because that was garbage. You gonna say you don't interpret dreams, then you gonna go back and tell her that the dream was taking her to the cemetery, that ain't the guy for her, that God telling her that in the dream, after you just said don't interpret dreams. Contradicted everything he said. He contradicted himself. Anyway, this is a long one, but this lady right here, when she started talking about God this and God that, because that's pretty much what she does. God ain't got nothing to do with this situation. This is all her doing and his doing. Her free will and his free will. Ain't got nothing to do with God. God don't interfere with free will, people. Your book tells you that. God don't stop you from doing none of the shit you want to do. So let's take God out of it. The black woman always wants to bring up God and try to use religion when shit don't go her way to deflect from the actual shit that's going on. The black woman always wants to do that. And I have a problem with that. Don't bring God into it if he wasn't in it when you was talking about the 100 grand. Don't bring God into it if he wasn't into it when you was over here slobbing on this guy's knob and sliding down this pole. Where was God when you decided to do all that? You didn't bring him up then. Don't bring God into it if God has nothing to do with your behavior and your bad decisions. Deal with your shit. Take responsibility for your shit. Take accountability for your shit and fix your shit. That's what God wants you to do. God is not going to let you have what you want if you're not willing to sacrifice and deal with your own demons. Your own bad shit that you got going on. We all want shit, but that don't mean we qualify for it. It don't mean we qualify for it. The man has requirements. She can't meet those requirements. Cut and dry. She's guaranteed the interview, but she's not getting the job. That's just it. She's not going to get the job. If she loses the weight, he will look at that and say, she might get back fat if I get married to her. That's going to be the next thing. Because she going to lose the weight in some old messed up way. Surgery. Gastric bypass surgery. Or she going to go get it sucked out. And he ain't going to accept that. Ladies, we don't want fake. Men don't like fake stuff. We don't like BBLs. We don't like surgeries. We don't like none of that shit. That'll make you fine enough for us to be sexually attracted to you, and that means sleep with you. That don't mean we're gonna date you, and that don't mean we're gonna marry you. Period. It will not change. You can't change the men. I'm gonna say this again to the ladies. You will never change the men in how we think. As I said earlier, a woman could be beautiful and she got a BBL. Most of all men, if you go to them and ask them, I would say out of 10 men, 9 of them will say they will not marry a woman who has the BBL. The below average man will probably still do it. The man that has a hard time getting a woman will take her and wife her up. But that means when you go after that man, you will get the financial part of it, but you now have to sacrifice. You're always going to sacrifice something. You have to sacrifice the physical part of it, meaning you won't be physically attracted to him. But financially, he'll give you what you want. But physically, you won't be attracted to him. So he'll be physically attracted to you, but you won't be physically attracted to him, which means you'll have to cuddle, kiss, hold hands, lay with at night in the arms of the person you're unattracted to. You don't get it all, okay? You're not going to get that. The dream guys that the women have is he going to be 6 feet, 6-pack, great shape, 100,000 and plus a year, millionaire, all this stuff, worship the ground she walk on. Give her his money and let her just make all the dumb decisions. She gonna get to keep all her exes, dress how she want, go to the clubs, do all the shit she want, drive the Bentley or the Rolls Royce, do what she want, and he's gonna accept all that. Completely delusional, completely imaginary land, completely rainbow land, completely fucking crazy land. That's never gonna happen, ladies, ever. And that's what I'm gonna say to you. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this. I hope you enjoyed the video. Good day.